1 Corinthians chapter 15, and it reads in the following. It says, "Now, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you of the gospel I preached to you, which you received and on which you have taken your stand. By the gospel you are saved, if you hold firmly to the word I preached to you. Otherwise, you have believed in vain." Brothers in Corinth first receive the gospel. First, they have to receive the gospel. The message of the gospel must first be believed and embraced. "Oh, but I didn't see Jesus die on the cross." That's what you call, my friend, faith. Faith is believing in something that you have not yet seen. Well, how can I believe in it if I have not yet seen it? When you have faith in something, let me give you an example. Sometimes you have faith that you are going to be able to buy a home. And what happens? You go out and you buy the home. Now, what does that mean for you? You don't have the home yet, but you believe it. I've heard a lot of people say, well, if God allows it, well, if God wants, but most of the time, when you have faith, you accomplish many things. I'm not talking about just buying a house. I'm talking about when you pray for the sick, when you're the sick that's being prayed for, when you want to buy something, when you want to own something, when you want to do something, you have to have faith. The brothers in Corinth first had to receive the gospel. Now I want you to understand something. The Corinthian brothers also did stand on the gospel. When you take a stand on the gospel, means you have faith on the gospel and nothing is going to move you. Despite all their problems, despite all their carnality, all their flesh, their lack of understanding certain things, despite their divisions and immorality, but even through all this, they're still standing on the gospel, despite all of their problems. And I want you to understand something. Despite your problems with your kids, with your husband, with your wife, despite all the problems that you have in life, all your problems you have with your carnal flesh, all the problems you have when you don't understand what's going on, and where is God, and why doesn't He understand, and why doesn't He respond, and why doesn't He this, and why doesn't He that? Despite all of that, they stood on the gospel.